Hello everyone, this is Kiseki Necro, and welcome to the 5th episode of the Brutal Age Partner series. In the last episode, we had talked about the partner Berserker, and we will continue discussing more partners in this episode. Actually, I would like to talk about a new partner that has just been released, which is Smilodon. Smilodon is a limited time 4-star partner that can be obtained during the Mid-Autumn Festival event. One thing I do need to mention is that there is some description error for their first skill. According to the Chinese version of the description, the damage should be increased based on the enemy or target's HP instead of its own HP. With that cleared, let's talk about the green Smilodon. Smilodon is a decent partner, especially for those who are playing on new server and have not had the luck to obtain any 4 or 5-star partners via turtle spinning yet. Its first skill damage is based off enemy HP. It would do greater damage when enemy has more HP. Personally, I believe that this is a good skill to go against tank build such as Blue Nomad or the Beast. Its second skill also increases damage by 30% if target HP is lower than 50%. Which is also a welcomed damage boost. Its first skill is probably the most interesting skill. It is a passive skill that will provide additional 20% critical rate, and he will also has a higher attack when he is at a lower health. The only downfall is that its health point is kind of low end on the bunch, which means that he may not be able to take too many hits. So this is my suggestion for its gear. The first set is 2 pieces of Wolf and 4 pieces of Badger, with critical rage damage on head and attack percent on both right and left hand. This is to maximize its damage output for both of its skills. Speed isn't recommended as he can deal the biggest damage when both Green and Smilodon and its attack at low health. Another recommendation is the 4 pieces of Smilodon and 2 pieces of Wolf, also with critical rage damage on the head and attack percent on the right and left hand. The idea is the same except for this wall pattern, it focuses on damage increase instead of critical rage damage, which could be unstable sometimes. Next, let's talk about Blue Smilodon. Blue Smilodon is slightly stronger than Green, and it also has very interesting ability as well. Instead of increasing damage when target is below 50% health, Blue Smilodon's second attack will provide a chance to stun an enemy. Its third skill is also a passive, which has a 25% chance to cause its attack to ignore defense. That would greatly increase its damage if this is applied, and this should be the first blue partner that have access to defense ignoring skills. Since this is also an attacking partner, my suggestion for Blue Smilodon's wall pattern would be very similar to the Green Smilodon. So here's my suggestion. The first set is 2 pieces of Wolf and 4 pieces of Badger, with left hand main speed, head main the critical rage or critical rage damage, and right hand main the attack percent. The second set is 4 pieces of Smilodon and 2 pieces of Wolf, with left hand main the speed, head main the critical rate and critical rate percent, and right hand main the attack. The second stats for both sets should focus on attack, critical rate, and critical rate damage. The biggest difference between the Blue and Green Smilodon is that Blue would want more speed to allow it to perform more attack, while Green favors lower but deadlier attacks. Last and not least, let's talk about the Red Smilodon. Red Smilodon is the hardest one to get out of all 3, but the red one is also the most potential out of all 3 of them. Its core feature lies in its third skill, Wild Roar. This skill will increase 50% action bar recovery and provide a critical rate buff to the whole team. Originally, this skill has a 5 round of cooldown, and when you max out its skill, it would be down to 3-1 instead. The biggest downfall for it would be the fact that it's not easy to increase its skill except using Skillfish due to it's a limited time partner. But overall, this is a very good partner to have on the team. To me, he is more of a supporting role instead of an attacking partner, even though its base stat is very similar to blue and green Smilodon. So here's my war pattern suggestion. I will suggest 4 pieces of cat and 2 pieces of hippo, with left hand minted speed, hand minted critical range or HP percent, and right hand minted HP percent. Secondary stats would really focus on speed, and then HP and defense. The reason I choose this set is because as a supporting character, it would be more benefit if Red Smilodon can have a high speed to cycle its skills and keep providing the whole team with the action bar recovery and critical range buff. One good thing about its first skill is that its damage is based off enemy attack, so technically it can dash out decent damage without high attack boost from the war pattern. Beija and Smilodon could also be a viable set for him, but that remains to be seen until someone has actually leveled him up to 6 stars level 40 and compare its base stat to blue and green Smilodon. If Beija and Wolf is available, speed will still be a preferred status on its secondary stats. So what about Awakening? Currently, there's no Awakening available for Smilodon. So that's it. That's it for this episode. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and congratulations on those who have obtained all 3 partners. I hope you will like them and use them often. If you like this video, please leave me a like, and please also leave a comment on what do you think of this pipeline as well. And I will be seeing you next time. Peace out.